Hello everybody. So today I'd like to show stuff with the Peugeot, which one is 307 2001 year made. But anyway, the problem with the ABS system actually in here was pretty simple. Before that, the car came to me all because in the dashboard don't have a speedometer working. So the car not showing speed. So actually there is no fault as well in any systems. When we made the diagnostics, we start thinking then probably can be problem with the ABS sensor, because in this car we don't have a speed sensor in the gearbox. We have ABS sensors and the speedometer. It's working from the left front and right rear sensors. But anyway, in here we can see already somebody has been doing stuff, but that's not the problem, because the sensors is okay actually. All of them is good, and all of them is connected to the ECU, and there was no faults. So when we unplug the sensor, we immediately get fault. So we unplugged now 3 sensors, and let's go into the fault memory. So read it out the faults, and as you can see, we unplugged the rear right, so it shows open circuit. Then it's rear left, unplug it, so it's fault again. And as well we unplugged the front left. We did not unplug the front right. That one is still on. So now we have 3 faults. But before we unplug them, there was no faults. And another thing what was very funny, there was no faults. And when we went to the actual values, and when we try to drive with the car and test if the wheel speed sensor is actually showing something, as you can see, you have to go more than 2k an hour to see if those wheel sensors is showing any speed. And when we've been driving even 10k an hour, there was nothing. The all was in the zero. So the car been thinking then it's not moving. And actually, yeah, and we didn't get any faults as well, because probably we will get fault if there will be like 1 working and 3 not. So then we're gonna get a fault, or example like 2 working and 2 not, or something like that, any combination. But if the case is then any of the sensors is not working, we're not getting any faults, because the sensors is good, all system is good, and speedometer is not showing a speed anymore as well. So what we done, we go the simplest way. We bought the new bearing, which one cost like 20 euros. It's not a big deal. And in these bearings, when you're gonna change them, you have to be very careful, because one side is magnetic. In this case, this side is magnetic ring all the way around inside of a bearing. Another side is just a steel. So you have to make sure that the magnetic ring is facing the sensor way. And we already tested out, because we have a bearing, and it's pretty simple. You can see the ring. The old one was in the same place like this one, new one, but the old one was pretty much gone, I reckon. And you can do it pretty easy. This is the sensor. So the sensor reads the magnetic field from the ring and sends it to the ECU, to the wire, with the wire. So it's a pretty easy way. You just move it along the bearing and you will see in the diagnostics. So let's do it. So you have to watch. So this is the right side. So wheel speed front right. We have to see something in there, and I will try to move along the bearing as fast as I can. Let's go. As you can saw, there was 2.8 kilometers an hour. Let's do again. We even can start hearing then the ABS start working. As you can see, 3 kilometers. I'm just wiggling, just like that. So you can see 9 kilometers an hour was my speed. So we figured out that actually problem is with the ring. So what you have to do, you have no different choice. you have to remove and replace the bearing with the new one. There's no different chance, because you can't move the seal, because this one is in the same time as a seal and the ring. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove it off. So what you have to do, slack the middle nut, take the support off, take the brake disc off, take the shaft out from inside, and yeah, just use a hydraulic press to press the old one out and the new one in. But you have to make sure you must not damage the ring. The ring should stay in very, very good condition. Otherwise you have to buy again new bearing. There's no different chance. So let's go. Okay, we adjust the sensor in the right position, and now let's try the test. Let's see what it's gonna show. We have wheel speed front right, and let's turn the wheel. As you can see, this is very nice. We have a speed. Lovely. Very nice. Wheel is spinning and we have a good speed on it. So that's nice. Now we have to move to all other wheels all the way around. All four wheels we need to get fixed to show the speed. So keep carrying on. We removed the all shaft out, and now as you can see we did get in. So what we done, we moved the fixing ring away. So now as you can see we have a place for the ABS sensor. So when you fitting this thing in, you have to make sure that it's not on the ABS sensor way, because as you can see, if you remove the ABS, we already moved it a little bit down and it was like somewhere in here, left it, and the ABS sensor was fitted on the top of it. So the gap is getting too far if it's top of the ring, and you can't get the signal. So now it's flat in, as you can see it's getting very good in, and we have a flat place. So we just bolted on and we already tested out, and we can see by the diagnostics the actual values. And if we fit on wheel speed front left, just like that, and if we turn the bearing hub, it should read us a signal. So let's do it. As you can see, very nice, it's getting signal. So this is very good, and we have a signal now, because before that was no signal. So that's kind of pretty good. So let's moving on. We still need to do a back of a car. So here's the thing why the gap between the ABS sensor and the ring is getting bigger, because the ABS sensor getting into the angle. And why it's happening, the answer is just right here. As you can see, what the corrosion is right there. So as you can see where it was, and the corrosion is building up behind of a sensor. So just like that. It's just unbelievable. And that's what you're getting. You're getting a very big angle, and the ABS sensor is not reading anymore nothing from the ring. So in this case, what we can do, we can knock that all corrosion off. As you can see, it's getting off. It's falling off. So what we need to do, we need to get this space flat and nice, and after that only we can install the ABS sensor back in. As you can see, it's already bended, it's not straight, so basically we need to replace that stuff as well. And of course we're gonna replace the bearing as well. So this is completely very big corrosion in here, so that's the problem. But anyway, we can live without that and just keep carrying on. We had a new bearings because it goes with the hub altogether. And here you go, the black one is the magnetic ring, and here you have a sensor which one reads that magnetic field basically and gives this to the ABS system. And yeah, what we doing now is just fitting on the new bearings, and we set the gap, because you have to make sure that you have a little gap. As you can see here, that gap is cool, that gap is too big, and that's what it was actually. The gap in basically all problem was only with the gaps and with the magnetic ring, because the magnetic rings is getting rusty and you have no different choice. It's just changing a bearing. So let's do on the same thing on another side. Yes, we have everywhere rusty, but rapidly is not too bad. His all system should work now. Okay, assistant will turn the wheel, and as you can see, we have a wheel speed rear left. It's working okay. We have a signal, so it shows the kilometers. Let's do another side. Wheel speed, go another side. And another side we're gonna do, let's see, oh, rear right. Here you go. We have a speed on the rear right, pretty good. Okay. Now we're gonna go on the front. Let's go on front. And let's see what we have there. So here you go, the front right, all okay, good. And the same we're gonna do in this side. And here we go, the left. So now we know the all sensors working, and we have to go on the road now to test it out. Okay, here we go on the test. As you can see, speedometer is working pretty good. Oh, that's nice. And let's see what the diagnostic says. So we had all four wheels, and there is the same speed, because we have all four bearings brand new. So the magnetic rings is the same, is brand new. What can I say? The job done. Everything is working nice. So thank you very much for the watching, and hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next time. Bye.